This Facebook post caught my attention. Do you or anyone you know live in the Edmonton area who would like to learn more about our incredible PHIX? If you've been following my posts and stories, you know what an impact PHIX is having on people's health. Terry Camp, top distributor, will be there to share the exciting history and massive success that we are experiencing. Click on this link to see the details and let me know if you would like to attend as my guest. This is Canada's first MPG event. MPG refers to a US multi-level marketing pyramid scheme called Marketplace Global. And apparently this is the first time they've physically come to Canada. What a time to do that, to target vulnerable Canadians. Unbelievable. So this person, this could be an advertisement for any multi-level marketing pyramid scheme, but I wanted to do a video on this because I've noticed more people that have been sucked into this scam starting to comment on 2 of my other previous videos I made about this, which is good because that means word is getting out that there's growing consumer awareness against this scam. And I want to see these people get out. So you might have a friend or a family member that has already been recruited into this and they're really excited. You've already seen them start changing their behavior on social media. Suddenly they're posting before and after testimonials of strangers, just like, this is Sherry's, look at her, this is Sherry's testimony. Look at, she had really bad knee pain. And then after taking our product, after only 8 days, she can get down on the floor, play with her grandkids, and then get back up and have no pain. It's just been life-changing for her. And they're posting things like that. And then they're claiming, they might even be buying this stuff and then getting really mad at you when you start pointing out, this sounds like a pyramid scheme. This is a pyramid scheme. I'm going to show you some more information about this so you can be better prepared to help your elderly parents avoid getting sucked into this, help your friends avoid getting sucked into this, and then also help you avoid getting sucked into this, because these things can be really compelling, especially if you have a health issue. Maybe you haven't been able to get to see a doctor for a number of years. Maybe you're on a waiting list for 3.5 years trying to get a doctor right now. They target people with health issues, which is particularly egregious. So in this post, what usually happens is you might see a post like this, and then you respond. You're like, well, I like this person. I'm curious. I'm going to just go see what this event is. Or they'll make a post, like I mentioned, a before and after, this testimony. You'll comment on the Facebook post, wishing them well, being like, I'm so happy that you found relief. They're going to send you a private message. And they're going to say, I'm just curious. Would you be open to learning more about what I'm doing? There's no pressure at all. I have a private Facebook group you can join. You might say, okay, well, what's the big deal? Because you don't know about multi-level marketing pyramid schemes. You think, well, what's the big problem? My friend might be selling this. They're getting some good benefits from it. What's the harm? So then you agree. And then you join this private Facebook group. And within this private Facebook group, all kinds of outrageous medical claims are being made and earnings claims as well. It's away from the public eye. There is no scrutiny. It's a closed system. If you decide to order after reading these posts, they're so amazing. People are really getting benefit from this. And then you see other people saying, I just ordered my first bottle of PHIX and I'm so excited to start this journey. And you see people greeting them. And then you decide, well, I'm going to just order a bottle of this stuff too. Or whatever, they have these little square packages that you're supposed to crack open and then put this liquid in whatever other liquid and then drink it. And then it's supposed to burn visceral fat. And then also there's all these other health claims that are being made. Say you make this order and then you post in the group and all these people respond to you. They're like, oh, we're so happy to have you here. Welcome. I'm so excited for you to start your journey. You get love bombed. Now you're in a community with controlled information that the public doesn't see. Outrageous medical claims, outrageous income claims, and you're getting love bombed. There's nothing negative being said in this group. What does that sound like to you? Does it sound like a high control group to you? In short order, you're going to be introduced an opportunity that you can take advantage of. You can sign up for a discount. If you want to make some extra money on the side, well, then that would be great. You could do that too. And it can be as easy as that. So I think for this video, what I want to show you is I want to give you a history on this person that has been publicly referenced in this post, Terry Camp, who's a top distributor. Well, Terry Camp was in the now bankrupt multi-level marketing pyramid scheme called World Ventures. World Ventures was a travel multi-level marketing company. Now, I've made videos on this company as well. A lot of people who were in this World Ventures moved from multi-level marketing company to multi-level marketing company. They'll go from multi-level marketing company. It's found to be a pyramid scheme. It collapses, it gets shut down, it changes to affiliate only, and they move to another multi-level marketing company. So Terry Camp is one of these people. Now, what I thought would be really interesting to show you, which I'm pretty sure that everybody that's involved in Marketplace Global, especially Canadians that are coming across a post like this, aren't given this information that Terry Camp was in World Ventures and is giving the same presentation on whiteboards that he did when he was in World Ventures. I don't think they know this history. They're just bedazzled that this man is a top distributor, which means he's making all this money, which means you won't see it publicly on Facebook because there's more scrutiny there. It will happen in closed systems, like on a Facebook group or in a Zoom call where outrageous income claims will be made, insinuating that you can do this too. When the design of every multi-level marketing pyramid scheme is that most people are going to lose money because they're paying money up to a top distributor like Terry Camp. I've got 2 videos that I'm going to play for you. The first one is going to be from Terry Camp drawing out a pyramid scheme, which was World Ventures. And then I'm going to show you one of his most recent trainings for Marketplace Global, which one of the products they're selling is this product, PHIX. This company also sells coffee that you're supposed to drink. It's supposed to help you lose weight. And then they also sell these fuel tabs, something that's supposed to increase your gas mileage. And then apparently they're also going to be selling fulvic acid. Of course, this is a new product that they're introducing. So then their distributors can keep purchasing it, keep getting these products on auto ship, and then continue to make outrageous medical claims, outrageous health claims as well. This is the first video that I want to show you. This is from years ago of Terry Camp. I think this is going to be a real eye-opener for people that were contemplating trying this product, when you're going to see that there's no discussions of this product. The product is ultimately the business opportunity. It's always about recruitment. They have a life-changing, shiny, sparkly product, and that is used to mask the real product, which is the business opportunity. And I just want to emphasize too, if you have been scammed by this or you were thinking of going to this, there's no shame. If you didn't know about these scams, you didn't know. You just think, oh no, how could I have been so silly? That's why there's so many of us out here creating more education and awareness, because we wish we had have known as well. So it's normal to feel silly or ashamed if you didn't know about this, but now you know, and now you can avoid this, and now you can better help your friends and family avoid this. Especially now too, it's really easy in this climate. If there's a company that is, from the US, they're selling US products to Canadians who are struggling, and it's a multi-level marketing pyramid scheme, and there's a lot of Canadians that are choosing to purchase made in Canada products. It's kind of another easy angle. And I want to maintain too, this is not saying all US is bad. I don't believe that. That's not what I'm saying here. There's a lot of corrupt companies, a lot of multi-level marketing companies here, pyramid schemes, scams here in Canada too. And I am just as vocal about all of them. However, this is going on right now, and it can factor in to help people avoid getting sucked into any multi-level marketing pyramid scheme. I don't want them to just avoid a US-based one and then go to a Canadian one. Canadian ones are targeting US too. It's horrible. All MLMs are bad. However, this is a good opportunity for me to just introduce this, because this is at the top of mind for a lot of people. And I'm also in Alberta. I'm in southern Alberta, and I don't like seeing fellow Albertans getting scammed. This is the first video that we're going to watch. Terry Camp from back in the day giving a presentation about World Ventures. And you're going to see the similarity. It could be almost the identical presentation to what's going on right now with PHIX.
Hey everybody, now that you've just seen the presentation about what World Ventures is all about, I want to take you into a little bit more of the money. How does the money work? Once we get done seeing the presentation, that's the question everybody has. So I want to provide a little more detail for you so that you understand the short-term money, and more importantly, the long-term money and what it means to you. So I'm going to run through some more detail on that, and I'm going to pick up where Dave left off with the $570 in a little more detail. So here's how this looks. You get started in our business, and we're just going to go out and share this with some people. That could be 5, 10, 15 people. And what's going to happen, we're going to put some people in this business. And as we do that, you begin to make money. Now, how does that look? Now remember, our product is the $199 Vacation Club membership. That's what we get paid on. Every time you do that, you make $20. Every time you refer someone who buys that, you make $20.
So I want to just place here the Marketplace Global Compensation Plan. It's eerily similar. They have team commissions activate by being at least bronze rank. This example is based on you being gold rank and each ISR enrolling with the $199.95 premium kit. Isn't that just weird? That so many years ago, he was doing this presentation, writing $199 for an entirely different multi-level marketing pyramid scheme. And now here he is with PHIX, and it's the same thing. And I also just want to bring to your attention what is considered a scheme of pyramid selling according to Canada's Competition Act, Section 55.1. It is my opinion and belief that Marketplace Global and every multi-level marketing company is operating as a scheme of pyramid selling, according to Canada's Competition Act, Section 55.1. And here it is. Section 55.1 of the Act defines a, quote, scheme of pyramid selling, end quote, as an MLM plan with one or more of the following features. Requires a payment for the right to receive compensation for recruiting others into the MLM plan, compensation for recruitment, requires purchases as a condition of participation, purchase requirement, other than a specified amount of product at the seller's cost for the purpose of facilitating sales. In the next video, you're going to see Terry Camp demonstrate those 2 bullet points. And remember, according to Section 55.1 of the Act, any MLM plan that exhibits one of those features is considered a scheme of pyramid selling. It's the same as World Ventures anyway, but here it is, back to this video.
20 times 6 equals $120. Now, when you do this in any 30-day period, you make 6 personal sales in any 30-day period, you get a bonus of $250. In this example, we're believing that you're doing that in the first month as we share this with people. Now, in addition to that, this is called a cycle. Anytime there are 3 sales left that match with 3 sales right. And
remember that terminology, cycle. Here it is on Marketplace Global's compensation plan, cycle. When you generate 100 CV left, 100 CV right, you earn a cycle. The terminology is even the same. It's so eerie.
anytime you get cycle pay, and in the first 60 days, that cycle is worth $200 to you, which totals up to $570. Now, you've invested a total, if you go all in, $365. You've made $570. That means you pocket $205 just by doing this, and your business is free. Monthly fees gone, $200 in your pocket. You get to now build as big of a business as you'd like for free. So with that, what happens from this? As we continue to share this with people, we're going to help number 3. They really want to do this fast, and we want to help them put some people on their team to do the same thing you've done, create $500. We want to help number 6 or whomever put more people on their team. As this continues.
This is 2025, and this is still going on today. Can you believe this? Literally drawing a pyramid scheme. And people like me have to be out here making videos on YouTube just to try to warn consumers. Where is Canadian Anti-Fraud Centre and the Competition Bureau? Why is it? This is preposterous that I'm a community disability support worker. I make videos on YouTube part-time. How is this reality that I need to be making videos telling people that this is a pyramid scheme and running the risk of being sued by a US multi-level marketing pyramid scheme for pointing out the obvious truth that anybody in their right mind can see, which is this is a pyramid scheme? Things need to change. This is ridiculous that this is still going on today.
Continues to grow whether you put the people in or not, totally irrelevant. As you put the people in, then your business grows when you have 30 people over here and 30 people over here who have come onto your team as a team, not you putting them in, but us as a team doing that. You begin to get residual income. In the beginning, at this level, you're looking at about $200, $250 per month residually. Not a lot, not going to retire on that. However, our cap on that is $54,000.
If you are ever in a presentation and you see this, this is a pyramid scheme. Residual income, huge red flag. Soon as he starts doing you and then everybody underneath you drawing a pyramid scheme, it's a pyramid scheme.
Per month. And this continues to grow as your team grows. Again, a few people sharing it with a few people, sharing it with a few people. When you get to 90 and 90, then your the average income there is $21,000 per year. 200, 200. Average income is about $60,000 a year, and it continues to grow from there. So that's the simple math on this. And
the simple math, the endless chain recruitment math. You share with two people, those people share with two people, those people share with two people, on and on. It's an infinite, uncapped income earning potential. This was World Ventures. We're going to get to the PHIX one, Marketplace Globals.
most people who are hitting this level can do this in about 6 months to 12 months, depending on.
For an amazing person that was in World Ventures telling this, why is it that he's in another multi-level marketing company? You think that he would have achieved time and money freedom by now?
How fast you'd like to do it. So with that, hopefully this helps you understand that there is money in this long term. The residual income pays to infinity. You never stop getting paid with our compensation plan. Awesome stuff. Look forward to hearing from you real soon. Make today a great day. Bye-bye.
Well, that was an illegal income claim, but World Ventures no longer exists. Next
Again,
video.
it's Terry Camp here, and I wanted to walk you through a
This video now is for Marketplace Global. And it could have been the same video. You'll see.
very high-level overview of the binary compensation plan that we have within our company, Marketplace Global. Now, this is not going to cover everything. I'm trying to communicate how awesome it is because so many people are confused about the binary for whatever reason. And maybe it's because they've been in other things. People said they were going to do one thing and then they didn't. And maybe there were all kinds of different things in that particular comp plan. In our comp plan, it is really, really simple. It's built for the field. It's built to win. There are no gotchas. There are no smoke and mirrors. There is nothing you have to do wild and crazy to qualify for any bonus that gets pitched because we don't have it. There are 4 big keys: a direct commission, a cycle bonus, a check match, 7 levels, and a diamond pool bonus. That's it. That's the whole comp plan, and it works extremely well. A lot of people don't understand this. So I'm going to go really high level, and we're just going to note the colors. So this is
high level on explaining a pyramid scheme that's very simple to understand. High level.
you, and that's blue. And the people that you
Here we go.
bring in yourself are going to be in blue. And so we got a 2-team system, right? We got a left team and we got a right team. And in this example, let's just say you were the one that put the first 2 people in. It doesn't have to happen, but I'm just going to use this as number 1 and number 1 on each side. So you have 1 on your right and 1 on your left. And the key to all this is 50 PV. As long as you, every month, have 50 PV, whether that's a customer or something you've purchased, that adds up to 50 PV, personal volume. That's what that is, okay?
So that's a purchase requirement. So just to remind you, the definition of a scheme of pyramid selling, according to the Canada's Competition Act, Section 55.1 of the Act defines a, quote, scheme of pyramid selling, end quote, as an MLM plan with 1 or more of the following features. The second bullet point requires purchases as a condition of participation. Purchase requirement other than a specified amount of product at the seller's cost for the purpose of facilitating sales. The top distributor, Terry Camp, 2 Canadians, is demonstrating that Marketplace Global is operating as a scheme of pyramid selling by illustrating that you need to have 50 PV as a purchase requirement, as a condition of participation.
50, then you're good. All volume beneath you accumulates. It never flushes. It all continues to grow. Now, when you have one personally active on your left, PV of 50 over here, and then 50 PV over here, with that person, you are active for all compensation. All compensation. That's what we call bronze. One left, one right that you personally sponsor.
You also have to pay for the right to receive compensation for recruiting others into the MLM plan.
That opens you up to everything. Now, let's just say that in this example, you did that, but then after that, this person put somebody in, and then they put somebody in, and the same thing happened over here. They put one in, but then you put another one in down here, the blue, right? The blue. So it doesn't matter. All the volume counts. It doesn't matter who puts it in. And forever and ever and ever, infinite levels, it never.
Infinite Levels is a multi-level marketing pyramid scheme. He's describing an endless chain recruitment scam, which is impossible. Note the way he's infantilizing his audience as well. All the way. It's fantastic. You can achieve it.
Ever stops. All volume. So if this person does 100, they do 200, they got 50 here and 200 here, or whatever. It doesn't matter. It all adds. This would total up to 300. This would total up to 350. And every 100 and 100 gives you a cycle. That's the cycle right there. And
a cycle. Same as World Ventures. And do you notice in both presentations thus far, they never mentioned the product? The product was the opportunity. They mentioned that you need to buy the product. Product is irrelevant. It's just a way to spend more money, to justify spending money into the pyramid scheme. So whether you were selling a membership or whatever it was for World Ventures travel, or whether it's matured hops extract, skinny coffee, or fuel tabs that's supposedly increasing your gas mileage in your Hummer, it's still a scam. The product is the opportunity, and he's drawing a pyramid scheme.
We have something called CV, commissionable volume. And so in that commissionable volume, it's a very high percentage of personal volume, very high, 63% and up. So we have a very high percentage of dollars spent, that point value to the commissionable volume, very high. What that means is most of the dollars that get spent are go into our comp plan to get paid out, a very high percentage. This goes on again to infinite levels. So every time the system sees $100 in CV over here, matching with $100 in CV over here, you get paid $20. 10% is what that is. 100 and 100, 200, $20. Forever and ever. It doesn't matter when it matches, it just has to match. And so this is going to go on forever. Now, here's the cool part. This can continue. Let's say that number 2 here puts somebody in, right? They put them down here. Well, that volume, and I'm just going to say they do 100, doesn't matter. All that volume counts for everybody that's in. And this can go 100, 200, 1,000 levels deep.
No, it can't, because if you did, you would have already exceeded the population of the earth. But you know that already because you've been at this game for a long, long time. And shame on you, and shame on you for coming to Alberta and trying to target and recruit Canadians right now. This is so fucking disgusting. Take your company and get the fuck out of Canada. That's what I have to say. And while you're at it, take all these Canadian multi-level marketing pyramid schemes and get them out too. I've had it. This is appalling. Look at this.
It doesn't matter. Everybody, whoever comes in, counts for you. And every time you put somebody in, number one, here's number.
Every time you put someone else in, there's going to be something that is personal volume. And when you pay 50 personal volume, you can then get paid on all of your team, the whole downline. It's a downline. Yeah. It's just revolting. This guy was knighted at one of those cult conventions by another multi-level marketing coach called Mark Aceta. Oh man. The rabbit holes that you will go down when you start actually doing your research about these scam artists, the rabbit holes are deep. There's so much lore about this. You might want to check out my World Ventures content. I did a lengthy live stream. Most of my live streams are long, but I went hard at World Ventures and Mark Aceta. That's another clown in this. He has nothing to do with PHIX or what, as far as I know, but with World Ventures, oh yeah.
The second person you put in, let's say 1,000 levels deep, you put somebody in a personal. That starts yet another line of check match. So for everybody, whoever comes in that you ever personally sponsor, you just keep putting them deeper.
Recruit. Anybody you sponsor, /enroll, /recruit. Let's just call it what it is. He's talking about you recruiting people. This has nothing to do with selling the products. It's always about recruitment. It's selling the business opportunity where all you have to do is recruit 2 people and then those people recruit 2 people infinitely, infinite levels, 1,000 levels. This is demonstrably false. It's ridiculous that I need to point this out. This is simple math, but the way this scam can get its hooks into people because somebody wants relief from arthritis, from some kind of continual pain that they don't have access to a doctor. And if they do think that they have experienced relief, good luck telling them they're involved in a multi-level marketing pyramid scheme. These products are withheld from the public. It's not about retail sales because you can't access them easily. It's hidden behind this wall that is this pyramid scheme, because the whole point, as you're seeing Terry Camp so brilliantly demonstrate, is that it's all about recruitment in order for you to sign up and then enroll people. If the product was so wonderful, if the product was so great, if it was really helping people, then it should be easily accessible and not cloaked in this ridiculous pyramid scheme.
And deeper in the team. And for everybody, whoever comes in forever, it all adds up. So what the beautiful part of our check match is, once you have 12 people personally sponsored, you are a platinum. You are 3.
Once you have recruited 12 people, you get rewarded for having recruited those 12 people. You are paying for the right to receive compensation for recruiting others into the MLM plan.
3 levels deep in the check match. So let's say that in this case, number 1 put number 2 in, right here, and number 2 put number 3 in. You're going to get 20% check match on this one, 20% check match on number 2, and 10% check match on level 3. And then it goes 10, 10, 5, 5. So you get 7 levels deep on check match. And everybody you ever bring in as a personal starts yet another line of 7 levels of check match. So when I put somebody 1,000 levels deep,
you cannot, it's impossible for you to be doing this the way he's describing it. He's at the top of this pyramid scheme. So he's actually at the top. So where he has this whiteboard, this is another common tactic that these scammers use, is that they'll write you as if, so then they're casting the vision for you to be like, I'm actually at the top of my own little kingdom, my own little fiefdom. But where you're at, you're actually way down at the bottom because he's at the top. It's important for them to use calculated deception in these scams. If you are ever at any kind of presentation, whether it's Primerica, WFG, ACN, Monate, Amare, Arbonne, anything, when you are seeing a whiteboard, people are talking about this, this is a scam. They will have people that will come out with all these testimonies. It can be like health claims or earnings claims. If you have a couple that sits down and part of that presentation is just sharing their stories about how they were broke and in debt and sleeping on their buddy's couch, and maybe they were on the verge of bankruptcy, and then thank goodness this business helped them. It's a scam. It's meant to emotionally manipulate you, hype you up, get its hooks in your mind, and activate that part of you, that really good part of you that works hard and isn't going to give up and dreams and wants a better future for you and your family. They're not being honest with you.
That's a personal. From them, anybody they sponsor, that goes on into a new line of check match 7 levels deep.
And all those people can recruit 1,000 people too. All these people can potentially recruit 1,000 levels deep. It's mathematically impossible. This is so sad.
And it just continues. And all that person's volume, it doesn't matter. If they go out and they put 1,000 people in, and every month they have $100,000 in volume running through their business, all 100,000 counts for everybody all the way up. So not only does it help when you put somebody, a person.
Over 99% of people are losing money in multi-level marketing. They have to. As you can see, as he's demonstrating, he's already way at the top. And most people they're paying, they have to pay that 50 PV each month. They need to do that. They have to do that. And where does that money go? It goes up to him. He's talking about these big numbers too. I need to point this out. $100,000 and it's all calculated. Do you think in this presentation, he discloses what the average earnings are? What most people are earning in Marketplace Global? Let me know. What do you think? Do you think in this presentation he ever discloses that? And do you think that would be an appropriate thing to do? Do you think in any other business opportunity you'd be given the information if you were going to go to the bank with a business plan and you were going to withhold that information? You would just give a presentation like this and say, well, you could have 1,000 people below you, and the bank were to ask you, well, what's the average income? What's the data? All of these participants in this business, what are their average earnings? Can you break it down for me? And you say, oh no, I don't have that information. Do you think that's a hallmark characteristic of a scam?
In depth, because all the volume helps everybody else. That helps everybody else's volume to help them check match at higher levels on which you're going to get paid. So every personal, I have 60 personals. Every one of those 60 personals, I get 20% check match on them and 20% check match on all their front line. And their front line are all people in depth because we all help each other. That's the beauty.
In debt, not depth. You made a mistake.
Of a binary. Instead of building where you come in and you got to go put a whole bunch of personals in and people all over like this that then don't go help each other, this absolutely sucks, because every time you put somebody in, you go work with them directly and they work with them and you work with them, but they don't help each other. Here, these same 3 people, instead of sponsoring all frontline, they are still frontline, but you put them in a row so that they all work together and help each other. That's the beauty of the binary. And you get a 7-level check match.
He's describing variations of the scam, the pyramid scheme, and they'll come up with all different kinds of variations of this to justify why their multi-level marketing pyramid scheme is better than another's. I was in the multi-level marketing pyramid scheme Mon 8 for 5 years. And they had what he described as, so you would recruit as many people as you wanted, then those people could then recruit people and have customers and then so on. So what he's describing is it's just a waste of time and energy for you to, as if you're going to have all these people that you're going to work with, and then those people, just because they're with you, they're not going to work with each other. So by design, this is supposed to help people work with each other so then everybody can grow and make all this money and make $100,000 a month and have 1,000 people below you and have residual income. It's a scam. It doesn't matter how it's structured. It's a pyramid scheme.
On this person and a 7-level check match on that person and another one, and forever and ever this goes on. The check match.
Forever and ever this goes on. You can't even make this shit up. This is a joke.
Is
You should be embarrassed. How old are you and you are still doing this? You had to come to Edmonton? Oh my God. This is so dumb.
unlimited. There is no cap on our check match at Marketplace
That's actually cap.
Global. None. So you can make as much as you want. I talk about it all the time, every time I show the plan. Our cycle bonus.
Fun fact, that's actually the name of Amway. So if you are in multi-level marketing and this fine specimen of a gentleman, I wonder if he knows his history about multi-level marketing. People will say, well, this is so unlike anything else. Well, that's actually the terminology of how multi-level marketing started, called the plan. Starting off with Carl Renberg, stuffing alfalfa into nutritional, like little supplements. And then he gets Messenger, what is his name? Was it Messenger and Castleberry, a radio show psychologist and a graveyard plot salesman. They hatched what they called the plan, which is multi-level marketing, just selling the business opportunity. I had a hard time selling these vitamins before that, but suddenly when you're selling the opportunity to just make as much money as you want forever and ever, and everybody in the whole world can buy it, they called it the plan. Later on, DeVos and Van Andel gets recruited into Neutralite, this company that was started by Carl Renberg, which was a fraud. It was a pyramid scheme. Van Andel and DeVos, they take, 5,000 people in Neutralite, and they started Amway. Welcome to the shit show that is multi-level marketing. And now here I am in Southern Alberta pointing out that this is a scam. Why is this going on? Trying to protect fellow Canadians from getting defrauded by yet another iteration of this ridiculous thing called a legitimate business opportunity, which is nothing more than just an MLM scheme.
Cycle bonus, 100 left, 100 right, page at $20. That's capped at $30,000 a week. Let me say that again, $30,000 a week. But the check match.
How many people, Terry Camp, involved in Marketplace Global, I'd like to see the statistics, are earning $30,000 a week? Why isn't this information easily accessible on the website? Why is it that Marketplace Global doesn't have an actual income disclosure statement? We're going to see that. We'll get to that.
Could be double or triple that. You can make 100,000 a week. No problem. That happens. So that's the beauty of.
Again, this is deceptive, because the vast majority of participants are losing money. Less than a fraction of a percent of people are earning this, which he is probably one of them. This is deceptive to insinuate that this is possible, that this can happen. It is impossible. It is mathematically impossible, because the structure of these scams ensures that possibility. Do you think it's ethical and prudent to give a presentation and only focus on less than a fraction of a percent of people who are going to be making these wild income? Or do you think it's more ethical and prudent to convey what the average experience for most participants are going to be? Or do you just brush that aside and explain it away as, well, if you really want to achieve this high, incredible income, that it's just up to your own effort. It's really your choice, when it's not your choice, because by design, this is a scam. By design, this is fraud. And by design, the way this presentation is being made, it is defrauding Canadians by implying that earning $100,000 a week, $30,000 a week is not only possible, it's achievable. When by design, that is not true. I've had it with these scams. Fucking 2025 is the year. These things need to get the boot.
The check match, that's the whole. And then when you hit diamond, when you have $20,000 in volume on your left and $20,000 in volume on your right, you are a diamond, and that qualifies you for the diamond pool, which is 3% of total global commissionable volume. And that pays you a whole nother bonus on top of all the others. There's the whole comp plan here at Marketplace Global. You have a direct commission, $40 every time somebody joins. $40 in your pocket. The cycle money.
Wow. Terry Camp, thank you very much. $40 every time somebody joins, literally describing a pyramid scheme. In another fashion, you get paid for recruitment. Got it. Glad this is on the record.
$100 in the volume on your left, $100 in volume on your right, pays you $20 forever. It doesn't matter who puts it in, how it gets there, when it gets there, or where it happens. Then you got check match, 7 levels deep on every one of your personals and all of the people that ever come through their organization, 7 levels deep, and a 3% diamond pool on global CV. There's the whole comp plan, guys. And it's non-flushing, seamless binary, happens.
Is he saying non-flushing? Because I want to flush this thing down the toilet. That's what I want to do.
all over the world.
It would probably clog up the sewers and back it up. You'd take the plunger out and just be going down like it would be a plugger for sure, this thing.
As long as you stay active, that volume continues to accumulate, and you
as long as you stay active, which means you have to keep making purchases that 50 PV.
Get paid on all of it. So with that, I hope that helps you guys understand a little bit more of the binary. For some of you who are confused by that, it is an amazingly robust comp plan that we have. Very simple. Again, no gotchas. You do not have to stand on your head during the full moon at the precise hour to qualify for any bonus here. That doesn't happen. Comes straight at you. You get paid because this is built for the field. All right. God bless you guys.
It's not built for the field. God bless you. Well, get out of Canada. Get out of the US. Close. Shut down. Stop this. If you want to sell products, sell the products, but you're not selling a product, as you so clearly have demonstrated in both presentations, both from World Ventures and now with Marketplace Global. This is the income disclaimer on Marketplace Global's website. And I just want you to ask yourself, if you were seriously contemplating this as a business opportunity, do you think that this word salad is sufficient? Do you think that if you were to show this to your accountant, that they would think this was a reasonable thing to put your time and money into? This is ridiculous. They don't even have to try. All right, so you just kind of scroll down and it says, it just has this huge, like a number of paragraphs. They don't even have a graph. This is the state that multi-level marketing pyramid schemes are in. They don't even have to try to hide what they are because there's just no regulation. It's like, it's not a big deal. You can just keep scamming people and it's totally fine. So look at what it says here. Based on industry standards and company projections, the average annual gross revenue for ISRs, independent sales representatives, is projected to be anywhere between $500 and $2,000. That's all that this word salad says. They don't even have the data. How can they be running an actual legitimate business and not even know how much money that their independent sales representatives are making? This is preposterous. This is a joke. They say based on industry standards. They're not even basing it on the data that they collect from people like Terry Camp and all of his downline. Why on earth would you be saying you don't even have the information from your own sales representatives, but you're basing it on the entire multi-level marketing industry? Are you kidding me? You're basing it on the entire multi-level marketing industry and company projections. So you're not basing this income disclosure on the actual data that your company has. You're basing it on the industry standards and company projections. This is appalling. This company is such a scam. I'm just revolted by it. So, okay, average, even without, that's just the first two parts of that sentence. Now it's the average annual gross revenue. So average, which means Joe Blow at the top making $100,000 a week or whatever, and then the other person that's making $1 a week or $1 a year, and they just put it all together to make an average, to skew it. Because over 99% of people are losing money, all of those people are grouped in with the people at the top, which is going to give, it's distorting the data, which they're not even using the data, probably because the data is so abysmal, they don't even want to reference it. Can you imagine you're going to work at a business? They're like, what's my salary going to be? Well, we don't have the data of what we pay anybody in this company, but based on the whole like medical industry and our projections, this is probably what you're going to make. This is so absurd. So gross. So we already have tackled the average part. There's a problem with that. They're not talking about the median. They're not even breaking it down by rank. they're saying the gross is anywhere between $500 and $2,000. And that's before expenses. So that's the income disclosure. This is targeting the vulnerable, and it's recruiting them into a multi-level marketing pyramid scheme. And I just can't stand seeing so many good people getting sucked into this. I was sucked into this. I had, not in this particular one, but I was sucked into multi-level marketing. I didn't know better. I had no clue what these things were. I had a dim awareness, of what they were. I had no idea until I ended up losing 5 years of my life. I don't want to see other people lose this time too. I see people that are seniors that are getting sucked into this. And I see fellow Canadians that are getting recruited into this, and it breaks my heart. I see people in my own community, my own small town, and then suddenly now they're posting about, this incredible new product. And really why they're posting is because they're trying to recruit people in. It's not just about selling the product. People just selling the product, they're trying to recruit you. So even, this is a heads up, if you run a Facebook group and you're thinking, well, I want to crack down on multi-level marketing, people recruiting, and you say, well, I only want to just have you sell the product. It's not good enough, because that's the entryway into these things. The lure is we're only selling products, but then it's like, well, you can just sign up for the discount, which is recruitment. So I'm sorry if this is the first time that you've heard that or like put that together. But if you're going to crack down on having no multi-level marketing solicitation, and a lot of these MLMs, they'll say, we're not MLMs. We're so different. Like, Terry Camp. This is so amazing. You don't have to stand on your head during a full moon and spit nickels to do this. There's no gotchas. This is ridiculous. It's all smoke and mirrors. It's meant to just, make it seem, if I say it, then doth it be so. This was just another simple product-based pyramid scheme. But they'll call themselves network marketing, social selling, social sharing. They'll say, we're not multi-level marketing at all. We're a wellness store. They'll say all kinds of things. And you have to just say, nope, it falls under that umbrella where there is recruitment. And it doesn't matter if you say you don't have to recruit. Recruitment exists in this company that you're a part of. Therefore, it is multi-level marketing, and I cannot have this in my group. And that's it. It's a no deal. You're out. You obey this or not. You're not allowed to be a part of this group, because people will target people in different community groups. Because I did. This is the stuff that I did when I was in MLM. I'm taking all the things I did and learned, and I'm just exposing it. I'm using it to help warn consumers and expose how these things work and how to avoid them. Thank you so much for watching this video. I appreciate all of your comments, and they're so helpful. There's a lot of things that I miss, and I'll read the comments. I'm like, man, I never even thought of that. So thank you so much. You're not only, helping me, but you're helping other people as they avoid getting scammed. A lot of people will go look on YouTube, find the name of the company or the product, and they'll see if somebody's done a video about it. They'll be told not to. They'll be warned. They'll say this person is a hater. This person is just wanting to tear others down. This person is just wanting attention and clicks and trying to make money. This is always a good one, because I don't monetize any of my content. So all of my videos here on YouTube, I don't make money. I don't make any money. Even though YouTube has put commercials or whatever or ads in some of my videos, which really makes me mad. I'm not making any money on it. And I know that piece alone can help create cognitive dissonance in someone, because it takes that excuse away. Oh, you're not making any money from it? It's like robotically, your mind is blown. How is that possible? How is it possible that somebody could be putting so much time and effort and volunteering their time just to warn others about this? It doesn't fit into that paradigm of like everybody's just a hater. I can't stand seeing people being taken advantage of, especially people with health issues and the elderly. It's shameful. And this guy has been at it for a long time, and it's time it stopped. Marketplace Global, get out. You're not welcome here. Thank you so much for watching this video, and I'll see you in the next one.